Hello there. It's been a while since I did a video, so it's kind of probably long overdue. I'm going to share with you what I've got here. And before I begin, I want to share with you how I get this information. Here it is, my notes. I'm going to be reading my notes. Now, people have commented, oh, she's reading that. Yeah, I'm reading it because I've actually channeled it. It comes through as a stream of consciousness and I've written it down. Now, okay, I could actually now type it all up, put it on a teleprompter, use AI to make my eyes look straight as if I'm not really reading on the screen. But I'm not going to do that because that's not how I work. I want to be real. I want to be authentic. I always am in my videos, and that's why I trip over my words. And that's why sometimes I forget to say things that I should have said, even if it was written down here because I've missed a line. But that's me being genuine, real, authentic, truthful, because that is very important to me. So I'm going to dig into this right now. Because we can see on the planet that the old paradigms are really shifting. What we thought we knew was truth is now being shown to be incorrect. It's not truth, a lot of it. And as we move more and more into this new era, we will see more and more of this breakdown of the old structures, the old ways of being, and the breaking down of what we thought was truth, because we're moving into the age of truth. Technology is moving very fast, of course, too. It thinks way faster than the human brain, right? And it's very seductive. It wants you to engage with it more and more, um, offering almost superhuman powers once you embrace it fully. But we are in the age of the transhumanism agenda. This is something I've been talking about since about 2006. I've watched it roll out more and more and more, and I've seen more and more people engage with it. It's difficult, I get it, because, in the online space, business is competitive. Everybody wants the best sales page, the best pitch, and AI is coming up with some very interesting things. My question about this is what you read on a sales page or in a social media post really what that um, healer, coach, business person has fully embodied as their own knowledge and experience? Or are they taking on something that AI has suggested to them? I know that's going to be a controversial thing to raise. Yeah, I've been controversial before. I can handle that. These are just my thoughts around all of this. As I say, I've been watching this transhumanism agenda roll out since 2006. People thought I was mad about it when I spoke then, but it's actually rolling out and it's proven to be true. The thing is, if you think for 1 minute that this whole agenda has all been designed to help you, then you are sadly mistaken and you're missing some big important pieces in this. And yes, it appears to be helpful at the moment. I mean, how else could it win you over? It's got to appear helpful, right? You're not going to take on something that doesn't help you. The problem with it is that it contains soul splitting technology, specifically designed to disconnect you from your own original soul, your own consciousness, and from your own soul matrix template. It's a pathway that many people will choose nonetheless because they don't know that. This is about the energetics of it. If you can see and understand the technology of the energy bodies, the light body, if you understand that, then you can probably see it, and you'd be wise to choose against that, right? But let's be honest, most people don't know the energy bodies at that level. So in a sense, they are blind. They don't know really what they're choosing to engage with. I think that's sad. I mean, that's definitely, they're not being shown the full picture. There are alternative pathways to take at this time, though, and these are more of a spiritual nature. We have the organic ascension timeline, and there's the false ascension timeline. Um, did you realize even that you were being offered inorganic ascension techniques and processes. You know, when we follow these pathways, there's so much that is just, you know, not shared with us. We're not given the big picture of what it is that we're really getting involved in, and that's the sad part. And it's tricky to spot this at first because, you know, particularly when we're talking about the false ascension matrix and its rituals and practices, they're very cleverly crafted to have the most appeal, just as AI is. To me, it's really like, you know, a pedo predator at the playground who seduces a child away, you know, from the swings by offering him or her some sweeties, or, you know, come and play with my fluffy kitten over here. And it's a seduction that is so appealing that people move towards it without questioning. As I say, it's like a pedo predator that teases a child away, you know, from the playground. So when it comes to spiritual offerings, many of you are like small children. You just don't know yet. And, you know, that's not your fault because you don't know yet. Um, and in a sense, you can't be helped to some degree because you have to wake up a little bit more before you can see that. You know, there have been many discussions, I think mostly even over the last 4 years through this agenda that the whole world has been through, that you can't wake people up until they're ready to wake up, you know? And when it comes to spiritual practices, we all like to think that we're doing the best thing and that this modality or healing technique or process or belief system is the best way for us. And it certainly will be the best way for us because we're there to learn specific lessons, we're there to see certain things. And then there's cognitive dissonance. You know, when we're fully into something and somebody comes along and says, "Oh no, 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 that's not right. That's wrong." You know, we're going to defend it. We don't want to see our, you know, reality broken down anymore. So, you know, we do get defensive about what we believe to be correct. Um, I get defensive about what I believe. I guess, you know. I mean, maybe the more evolved we get, the more neutral we are. But, you know, I will stand and defend what I believe to be right. But I'm also happy to let you have what you believe to be right. You know, I'm not so desperate that I have to convince you. I'm just sharing what my experience has been of this and what I see. There are many people in spiritual circles that are so far down the rabbit hole of their spiritual teachings that they really, really believe that they're real and that they're genuine. And the problem that I see is that many of them are not. Many of them are very distorted. Not all, of course, not all, but some are for sure. And it's natural that you want to defend your spiritual practice that you've been following for years, or maybe something that seems so ancient to this planet that it must be okay because it's so ancient. It's ancient teachings. It's not modern takeover, you know? This is the hard part, though, the realization that we've been lied to and conned. And this goes way, way back into our ancient Earth history, actually. And decoding all of that, all of the beliefs that we've taken on, is a really, really big job. It literally means stripping back everything that you know and finding yourself afresh from within. Letting go of all of that, embodying your soul without the conditioning and the programming that you currently have. And that's a big job. You know, it's deconstructing, it's reverse engineering to go all the way back to the truth, and to get that connection with your soul that is pure and uncontaminated. The more you align to truth, the easier it is to spot this fake, hijacked, distorted stuff that's all around us now. And of course, it's prolific with social media. Social media is great. at letting you know where the distortions and the untruth is. But equally, it's being used to distort and lead you off track even more. So it really is a minefield out there, isn't it? But as I say, the more you align to truth, the more these distortions carry the energy signature, and it feels very discordant, disharmonious, like an incorrect note on a piano, you know. And personally, I feel it with a real visceral response in my body that is undeniable to me. Now, after working with hundreds of people coming out of spiritual cults and helping them to deprogram, I understand well how the programming works. And I was programmed too at one point. I've learned all of this through experience, through doing it the hard way, boots on the ground, right? And having to deconstruct myself, take out everything that I ever believed, and then build myself back again. So I know this process well. It can be really shocking to realize that you've been conned and manipulated. It can be heartbreaking, actually, but staying in denial doesn't help you at all either in the long run. And now on this planet, if you want to call this an ascension cycle, I do. I call it an ascension cycle. But we are really at a choice point on the planet right now. People call this the bifurcation. This is a splitting in the timeline where you have two pathways to choose. I guess people might say light and dark, good and evil, this kind of thing. I don't see it as a bifurcation, which is two options. I see it as a trifurcation, at least three options and more actually. So the ones that I specifically have looked at myself. There's the transhumanism agenda. As I said, I've spoken about this since around 2006. Become an ally of AI, graphene oxide, nanoparticles, all of that kind of thing. That's one particular path. You might get the chip in your hands so you don't have to use keys to get in your building, or you don't even need a credit card or a phone anymore. You can wave your hand over the cash till, all of that stuff, right? To me, all of that is encompassed within the transhumanism agenda. I was going to go into more detail of that, but maybe I'll save that exciting part for another day. Anyway, another path is to follow the false ascension matrix that takes you maybe into galactic timelines, becoming an ally with extraterrestrial forces, a race of ET beings that you don't really know who they are, where they've come from, or what their big picture is. Yeah, they might say, oh, I'm, this being from this place, but you don't know that that's correct for sure, and you don't ultimately know what their big agenda is. And that can be dangerous. Now, if ET is not your thing, you can still be on a false ascension path. Maybe you've gone back to the ancients, right? To the ancient earth rituals, to the ancient history that's very earth-based, with rituals and ceremonies and this, that, and the other. And, that's going to lead you nowhere either, even those that talk about ascension, because many, not all, of the sacred sites and the ascension gates have been closed and hijacked. So you can be participating in all of this ritual stuff in these places, and that energy is actually being siphoned for negative uses. It's not really ascending you because the gate was closed at that point. Both of those pathways on the false ascension matrix are designed for soul harvesting, by the way. Now, I know I've probably challenged you, I may have upset you talking about this, but I'm sharing the truth of my experience, and I've got about 20 plus years of experience at looking at this. So now there's another timeline option. Well, there are others as well, but the ones that I specifically know about, I can talk about. And that's the true and organic timeline in which you get fully connected, soul embodied, and then connected firstly to your soul matrix, and then the oversoul matrix, because now you're looking at the original soul matrix of what you are here to activate within you through the codes, soul codes. These are your organic divine codes in the DNA, in the cellular memory, all of that stuff. And when you do that work, you then begin to remember what has happened to us here on this planet, because you're connected now to the oversoul superconscious mind. That's where you can download this information that activates in your body and awakens you. And then you realize maybe what your role here is. Many of us feel that we're here to help humanity, and connecting at that level is when you get the downloads or the uploads, because they're really in your body anyway, as to what you're really here to do and to help humanity in whatever way you uniquely can, to awaken, to ascend out of this 3D controlled matrix back to the real and organic fifth dimension, which is Tara, by the way, it's called Tara. And that's bypassing the 5D that they propose as part of the false ascension matrix, or the starseed trap, which is the next level up from the false ascension matrix. So that's the choices that you have now. You know, everybody on earth is going to go one way or another. You don't have to be into spiritual woo stuff to actually find yourself on a true and organic ascension timeline. You can just be not involved in the other things, you know. So there is a pathway for every human on this planet, but you get to choose by what you consciously participate in and where you decide to place your energy. So that's the choices, and it's really imperative that you choose consciously now and wisely, and then do the work actually to unhook yourself from the 3D. So what is this work to unhook yourself? Well, it's the shadow work. It's your inner work. It's looking at some of the heaviness that you hold within your body, and combined with the high level energy work of empowering yourself, your soul, through that soul embodiment work. Well, why is this so important? Because without that work, you're going to stay locked into this matrix, this reincarnational cycle, because it's your unhealed wounds, it's your trauma, it's, you know, the things that you just can't move past, connected with family, or even past life, ancient wounds, right? That are earth-based, that keep you locked here because they're very heavy. And if you were to pass away without healing that, they're very magnetic. It's going to draw you back in to this stuff to heal it and process it over and over again. That is the reincarnational wheel. And we say, well, you know, I've still got learning to do and it's soul growth. And yeah, 100%. There's a lot of truth in all of that. But the point is, do the work and then you can get out and you don't need to keep coming back and recycling. So that work is very important. Now you may think, oh, you know, I have to come back to keep doing this work, but that's a trap. You don't need to be part of that trap anymore when you realize, if I just do the work, you know, knuckle down, do this work, clear it up, don't get involved in the AI stuff because that's even worse. And, you know, just actually evolve your soul by embodying your soul, raising your vibration to oversoul level, and actually make a difference and get out into the real 5D. The AI stuff, as I say, it's even worse, because if you go down that route, well, you're well and truly trapped. I don't actually see a way that I can help you get out of that, because it's pretty gruesome. So for the sake of your soul, do the inner work. Get on with the work. Do the inner work, shadow work, inner child healing, but you've got to combine that with the energy work at the same time as disconnecting yourself from anything that's going to lead you off down another wiggly path somewhere else that you want to go. So as you can understand, there's a lot of discernment required in what you're choosing to participate with or not. And discerning where you need to be gets easier and easier the more truthful and authentic that you become with yourself, first of all, and then how you show up in the world, becoming more truthful and authentic. As I said right at the very beginning, there's a resonance to the truth vibration. You feel it. Authenticity is a beautiful high vibration. And when you consciously do everything you can to align to that vibration, then detecting what is lower vibration, what is distorted, becomes easier and easier. And that is like your inner radar, inner guidance system. It keeps you on track when you run everything through your truth and authenticity filters. So I hope that this video today serves as a reminder to you, to help to keep you on track. It's not a video of doom and gloom. I'm extremely positive and, quite excited actually about the future and where we're moving into this. But again, it comes with conscious choice, doing the work and choosing to align to your own soul, oversoul, avatar, matrix, okay? Yours. Connect in, go inwards. So if you want to know more about anything that I've talked about here, DM me. If you want to work with me, if you want my help, DM me. And now I'm going to say, like this video, subscribe or follow for more, because that's all the usual things that we're meant to say at the end of the video. But in any case, there you go, I've put it out there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's inspired you to follow your own heart, to connect with your soul, to embody your soul. That's really, what my overall message is with this. And I hope you found it useful. So comment below, connect with me, DM me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.